And as a member of the library board, their reaction was not good over there.
Well, I assume Paul consulted the library board. Paul, you should respond to that. I would assume that you consulted the library board. I'm really shocked to find out. I agree with you.
Madam Mayor, we're fortunate that because we have an item on the agenda, which is the relocation of the Square One Youth Centre to the library service. So we have in the gallery the Nexus people, so that if the members of council had questions of them with respect to their view and their position with respect to the potential for success, because I think it's certainly they are looking forward to the move to the library service, and they, in my understanding, are the experts more than I would be. So I mean, I would ask them to come forward and to introduce themselves and to endeavour to answer that question.
And just before they do, Commissioner, could you answer the question, was the library board consulted as to the move, or were they just told?
That's a good question. I'm
going to ask Anne Murphy to come forward. Anne has been the leadership of the initiative, so I'll ask Anne to answer that question.
He's so supportive.
Before the Nexus people address, I think Anne is just coming
when the idea of the library
forward.
Came up, I told Paul it wouldn't work. You know that, Paul. I told you it wouldn't work. And you said, well, there's advantages to it.
So in terms of was the library board consulted beforehand, that wasn't, we had space within the library that wasn't being used, so it was available space within the library, and we had pursued, knowing that we were looking for an alternative to the Square One Youth Centre, and had been approached about the library being used. So it wasn't something that had gone to the library beforehand.
So that's a long way of saying no, they weren't consulted.
They weren't consulted.
Thank you.
In other words, the library board is not aware that the youth centre is moving in there. Is that right?
They were last Wednesday.
Right. I don't think that's acceptable. I have to tell you.
Madam Mayor, they are aware as of the board meeting last Wednesday, and I would ask Council to keep in mind that this issue has moved very quickly, and that they are really, with respect to this decision, at the, I mean, it's the matter before Council today, and I think because of the funding involved.